Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Smackdown. It is going to be a great night. We are officially 1 month away, or you could say 4 weeks away, from the Vengeance Day pay-per-view for Smackdown, and we have a pay-per-view card for you here on this edition of Smackdown. But we are going to be hearing from your Intercontinental Champion, Tommaso Ciampa, in mere seconds. And now here comes your Intercontinental Champion, Tommaso Ciampa. This man, Tommaso Ciampa, he addressed Finn Balor, the challenger for the #1 contendership, and also he defeated Robert Roode, sending a message to Finn Balor. And tonight your Intercontinental Champion is out to once again call out Finn Balor and send a message to him as well, as it's going to be the Intercontinental Championship being defended by Tommaso Ciampa against Finn Balor at the Vengeance Day pay-per-view. It's going to be one hell of a matchup. Finn Balor won a triple threat match to become the #1 contender, so I'm very my intrigue is definitely high with Tommaso Ciampa taking on Finn Balor. It's going to be a hard-hitting match. Going to be a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in this match. Cannot wait to see how it eventually fares with that Intercontinental Championship being on the line. And Tommaso Ciampa, he's going to have a big shoes to fill, because the man that he beat recently to become the Intercontinental Champion, Big E, held that championship a little after, I believe it was SummerSlam. So for Big E, he had tremendous reign, but now with Tommaso Ciampa beating him for that Intercontinental Championship, Big E's on Raw. Tommaso Ciampa got drafted over here to SmackDown. So for this moment, we got to see what Ciampa has to say now. Everyone sit down and relax. You are witnessing greatness. And as your Intercontinental Champion, I demand excellence. Me and Goldie are going to be a long-time thing here on SmackDown, and don't expect anything less anytime soon. If any of you guys really think that Finn Balor is going to be able to knock me off at Vengeance Day, you guys have another thing coming. This Intercontinental Championship means so much more than any championship I'll ever win, because this championship is very, very prestigious. And as we've all seen in the past, many of Hall of Famers have held this Intercontinental Championship. But no more talk from me. I'm officially calling out Finn Balor. Finn, get your ass out here. We all know how this is go. This ain't going to be peaceful. It's going to be an all-out war at Vengeance Day. So get your ass down here and let's have ourselves a fight. Well, you call out a certain superstar and you get your wish. Here comes the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, Finn Balor. Finn Balor earned this in a triple threat match. Like I mentioned, former world champions win that matchup. Shinsuke Nakamura himself and Robert Roode all battled for that opportunity to become the new #1 contender. Finn Balor was able to outlast those two other superstars. And for Finn Balor and Judgment Day, the tide could be finally turning. Finn Balor was from what we understand, the former leader of Judgment Day, and then Edge was talked to by Finn Balor, and he saw, obviously Damian Priest beat Edge at WrestleMania, and Finn Balor, could have easily talked trash to Edge backstage, after Priest defeated Edge at WrestleMania. But Finn Balor, he calmly talked to Edge and kindly reminded Edge of what he was. That he shouldn't just be happy to be here. He's much more than that. So Finn Balor offered him to become the leader of the Judgment Day and take over for the Judgment Day. And Finn Balor, that's a big thing for Finn Balor to do. And we all know how Finn is, Judgment Day and everything like that. But to add Edge as your leader, that's very, very interesting. And the future is going to be definitely even better for the Judgment Day. But we are about to witness a fight back and forth, possibly between Finn Balor and Tommaso Ciampa. It's about to get absolutely crazy to kick us off here on Friday Night Smackdown. Who do you guys think is going to win the Intercontinental Championship? Will Tommaso Ciampa retain, or will it be this man right here, Finn Balor, in just 4 weeks' time at Vengeance Day? Man, you are actually stupid as you look, Finn. You actually thought we were going to fight right now here to kick off SmackDown? You have another thing coming, Finn, because I'll be seeing you with this Intercontinental Championship on the line at Vengeance Day, and I don't plan on seeing you any time beforehand. So good luck tonight in your match against Cedric Alexander. I thought you were a man, Tommaso, not some girl that's just going to run away from a potential fight. You called me out here. You wanted a fight. You're going to get that fight. And we're not waiting all the way until that Vengeance Day pay-per-view. You're going to get your ass whooping right here, right now. Wait a minute. Finn Balor. Finn Balor. The suicide of his life. Holy crap. Over the top rope he went. And now he's not done yet. Oh my goodness. 1916 there from Finn Balor. Tommaso Ciampa called out Finn Balor, and he's getting himself Finn Balor right here, right now. And he's not moving. Oh no, this ain't good. This ain't good. No. Coup de grace. Coup de grace. Right to the ribs. And just like that, Finn Balor has laid waste to the Intercontinental Champion, Tommaso Ciampa. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to have our first matchup of the night. This is going to be Cody Rhodes, first time ever here in a WWE ring, taking on your tribal chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns. And not only is this one of the biggest matches you may see here in Universe Mode, but I guarantee you Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns will definitely square off more than we just are seeing right now. We know Cody Rhodes is a part of that WWE Championship matchup. Right now it's a fatal 4-way matchup between Cody Rhodes is in that WWE champion, like I mentioned. We'll talk more about that here in a second. But Roman Reigns can make that a fatal 5-way matchup only if he defeats John Cena. If John Cena wins against Roman Reigns, it becomes a fatal 5-way match no matter what. So right now, that WWE Championship right now, as it stands, is Apollo Crews versus Adam Cole versus Edge, and obviously Cody Rhodes himself. But we are waiting for that 5th and last competitor to be named in that spot, and we will find out at Vengeance Day, because Roman Reigns and John Cena will kick off Vengeance Day. It will become the very first match of Vengeance Day, and at the end of the night of Vengeance Day, we will figure out, obviously in the main event, a fatal 5-way matchup, who is going to be walking out with your WWE Championship, because Vengeance Day is the last pay-per-view this year for WWE 2K22 as we get ready for the new year, new game, and everything like that. And now we get our tribal chief, Roman Reigns, and he'll be accompanied by his advocate, that being Paul Heyman. And it's going to be a big night for not just the tribal chief, but the bloodline in general. Because tonight, we are going to see 3 straight matches of the bloodline being in action. Not only is Roman Reigns taking on Cody Rhodes, but also tonight you're going to see the Street Profits take on the Usos, as well as you're going to see John Cena take on Solo Sikoa. And we're seeing these matches due to what happened a couple weeks ago. Last week, we saw this in a 6-man tag where the Bloodline would defeat John Cena and the Street Profits. But a couple weeks ago, we saw John Cena return to WWE. And, a lot of people were putting off John Cena as not coming back. He's going to be doing movies and whatnot. But Cena surprised everybody on Smackdown a couple weeks ago. And he mentioned a lot of big-time matches that he's looking for. And he mentioned the Bloodline. And Solo Sikoa happened to be over there. He attacked John Cena, and eventually Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, would take out the Street Profits backstage. And before that even happened, The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, would announce and say that they'd be taking over SmackDown that night, and they definitely did that. And they did it by brute force. And that's not something I mean, the Bloodline are proud of it. They get their big opportunity. And Roman Reigns just has to defeat John Cena to open up Vengeance Day. And when you think about it, it's not going to be an easy thing to do for Roman Reigns to just defeat John Cena. But if he's able to sneak his way into that WWE Championship matchup for Roman, is he able to, knock off 4 other superstars in that big-time championship match? We will have to wait and find out, but a first-time ever matchup right on your television screens. Here we go. Referee ringing that bell, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. The American Nightmare versus the Tribal Chief himself. An early jackhammer there from Roman Reigns. Send an early message there to Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes, ever since coming back, has done plenty of big-time stuff. Obviously, 3-time WWE Champion. Cody Rhodes also saved Team Monday Night Raw and Monday Night Raw in general from falling to the NWO. Imagine if the NWO would have won that matchup. We would have seen Eric Bischoff become the new GM, and we would have seen Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, X-Pac, Scott Hall, and all those superstars take over Monday Night Raw, but thankfully we did not see that. As Cody Rhodes kind of struggling early on here, the Tribal Chief coming right after Cody. I think Cody would have been more aggressive, but it's Roman Reigns is who he is, obviously for a reason. One of the best that we have here on SmackDown. And obviously for Roman Reigns to be holding that Universal Championship ever since SummerSlam of last year. That was pretty impressive, losing it to the Fiend Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. So big-time reversal from Cody Rhodes. Can he get something going in this matchup? He needs to get something going. Start rolling around, try to take it to Roman Reigns if he can. Now Cody Rhodes going to work here. Big old punch to the kidneys. That is not going to be feeling good for your Tribal Chief. As down goes Roman. Cody Rhodes, beautiful moonsault. He has been bringing his A game so far ever since becoming newest member to the WWE Universe. Cody Rhodes has that big-time legacy here in WWE as he connects with an electric chair there right on Roman. Here we go, pinfall attempt. Will this be it? Strong kick out from Roman. Roman is not going to go down without a fight, especially with how much damage he's been causing over these last couple months. As his underhook powerbomb there to Roman Reigns. And for the American Nightmare, you got to know how much more damage you got to do to Roman. As a swing, oh my goodness. And look at Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman distracting him. Will that be enough? 2! Big win for Cody Rhodes. What a beautiful maneuver there from Cody Rhodes, laying out Roman Reigns, and sends a message to your Tribal Chief live here on SmackDown. We'll see his finisher coming up in mere moments, but Cody Rhodes, look at this, the underhook powerbomb, down goes Roman Reigns, and just like that, beautiful finishing maneuver there from Cody Rhodes. Not playing around there. Paul Heyman was doing his damnedest at the very last second, trying to get it, but Cody Rhodes is saying, hey, I'm not playing around here, and I'm going to pick up that win. And Cody Rhodes continuing to be very, very dominant. Could he be the favorite heading into that fatal 5-way matchup coming up at Vengeance Day, ladies and gentlemen? I cannot wait to see how Cody fares. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen, The Rock has decided once again to show up here on SmackDown. Roman Reigns just lost to Cody Rhodes, and it seems like The Rock is going to have something to say about that. That is not a good thing, if I am completely honest with you guys. It is about to go down live here on Smackdown. And now, look at The Rock. The Rock steamrolling right to Cody Rhodes. And now here comes Cody. Cody knows how this was going to go. Cody Rhodes is not going to back down from The Rock, but now The Rock is going to come down and lay waste, potentially, to Cody Rhodes. Now, again, just too much, The Rock. Again, here comes Cody Rhodes, though. Oh, look at Cody Rhodes with an impressive maneuver there. And look at Cody, he's trying to do everything in his damn power, but The Rock is just way too much. The Rock, rock bottom to Cody Rhodes. The Rock laying waste. Oh no, come on. Well, I guess if you guys want it, you're gonna get it. The people's elbow to Cody frickin' Rhodes. Oh no, this night is just gonna get worse and worse. But now for you guys it's getting even better, because now business is picking up. And now Brock Lesnar, the opponent for The Rock, is here tonight. These guys were not advertised here on Smackdown. I didn't even know they were showing up. But right now, right here, right now, we are going to see Brock Lesnar and Rock. The Rock just took apart. Oh, Cody Rhodes. And now, here comes Brock. Oh, big kidney punch. Brock Lesnar and The Rock. Little taste of what's going to be coming our way in just weeks' time. And now Brock. Oh, big knee. And I think The Rock is busted wide open. This is not good. Oh, no. Yeah, look at that big cut on The Rock's forehead. Look at the Brock Lesnar coming off his farm just to F5 The Rock. And look at, he could have easily, if this was a Falls Count Anywhere matchup, went for the pinfall. But Brock obviously won't be going for that, because Brock is here looking to send a message to The Rock. Just 4 weeks' time. This Lesnar is all fired up here. And again, not again. Oh no. The Rock, the Bloodlines night is not looking too good. And oh no. Come on, Brock. You sent your message. I'm perfectly fine with what you did. Nah. Oh no. Come on, Brock. Come on, please. Wait. This announce table is not going to be something that we can just easily put up. It's going to take some time. Oh no. Brock. Come on, please, Brock. Oh no, not another F5. I'm pleading for you. Brock, don't. F5. F5 there from Lesnar. And just like that, The Rock has been taken out by Brock Lesnar.
Here he comes.
Man, this SmackDown episode has been very, very chaotic, to say the least, ladies and gentlemen. As here comes Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa, one of the most dangerous men on the roster, the enforcer for the Bloodline. And tonight, he's going to have quite arguably one of his biggest matches of his whole career. And that's saying something, because Solo Sikoa has had a brief rivalry with Brock Lesnar, where Solo Sikoa was actually has a pinfall victory, and then Brock would go on to defeat him at WrestleMania. And after that matchup where Solo Sikoa lost, Solo Sikoa knocked out a referee, and he was fined. We haven't seen what the exact amount was, but he was fined, and he has definitely been reprimanded for his actions, as we do not lay hands on any referee whatsoever. But now Solo Sikoa, he's going to be in a big-time matchup with John Cena, and John Cena is going to have his hands pretty much tied, because he's going to be kicking off his Vengeance Day with Roman Reigns. the winner of that matchup will be getting an opportunity for the WWE Championship, where in the main event, it would go from a fatal 4-way matchup to a fatal 5-way matchup. Roman Reigns was trying to scheme his way into that championship match without even have to earning it. But William Regal's like, hey, you know what? You think it's okay to attack John Cena and have your bloodline attack all these other superstars? You know what? You're going to earn it. You're going to have to go through John Cena. And I'm perfectly good with what William Regal's doing right now. Have Roman Reigns earn it. He's not going to just allow what The Rock was doing and just not have to earn your opportunities. And this bloodline has gotten bigger and bigger, from the Usos to Solo Sikoa, Roman Reigns, the head of the table, your tribal chief, and then you add the people's champion, The Rock, into that equation to help the Usos, to help Solo, to help Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns reach the very top of WWE once again. And, that's not a good thing for the Smackdown rosters. There's already big-time superstars on this roster, and what we're seeing, it's going to be absolutely crazy. So, here we go. Match is underway. Solo Sikoa and John Cena. Obviously, both men need this big-time win. John Cena more than Solo Sikoa in the terms of Cena needing momentum. He needs to build to his matchup at Vengeance Day. This big-time punch to the face there. Almost like a shades of a 5-knuckle shuffle there from John Cena. And Solo Sikoa, he is the enforcer, like I mentioned. This man has a bright, bright future, and I cannot wait to see how Solo Sikoa will be faring in the coming weeks and months and years. And, having a big win over Brock Lesnar, but losing to Brock Lesnar, it's not necessarily, you could say that's a bad thing, because, Brock Lesnar is one of those superstars that it's definitely not easy for any superstar to defeat Brock Lesnar. And for Solo Sikoa, who is, hasn't been around in WWE that long, to actually defeat Brock Lesnar, that's very, very impressive. As a big elbow to the chest, trying to cave in John Cena's chest there, is now Solo Sikoa. High risk, high reward situation. I thought maybe try to go for a frog splash. Let's see what he has in store. Flying crossbody. That will definitely do the work for you. And imagine what this win will do for Solo Sikoa. And, for Cena, it's going to be a big downfall because, Cena doesn't want to lose a match before a big-time matchup against Roman Reigns. Let's look at Solo Sikoa throwing up the ones because they are the bloodline, the top of WWE. Obviously no championships to really say that they are, as a belly to belly turning John Cena inside out. Will that be enough? But there is a rope break, unfortunately. As not sure what Solo Sikoa was trying to do. I don't know if he was trying to maybe do a Samoan spike or something, but didn't work out in his favor at that moment. But he does still have the momentum over Cena here. And Solo Sikoa has done really well so far against John Cena in this matchup. Cena trying to figure out what Solo Sikoa is bringing to the table, and he's definitely getting all of it right now. And now Cena, a rare headbutt from John Cena. Not every day you see a headbutt like that. As here we go, pinfall attempt. Will this be enough? A strong kick out. Not even going to be able to get a 1 count. Cena's going to have to start hitting some big-time maneuvers if he plans on winning this matchup. And look at Cena. He's all fired up. Is this his opportunity? Solo Sikoa was trying to go for a haymaker. Could have been a knockout punch, but obviously didn't work out too well for Solo. Now, this is not what Solo wants right now. A fired-up John Cena. Because once Cena gets fired up, it's more than likely going to be over. As now Cena and Solo go back and forth. Oh, Cena! Attitude adjustment to Solo Sikoa. Is this it? 2. No! Able to kick out at 2.5. Somehow, some way. No, he's not done yet. The STF, middle of the ring. Will he tap out? Nowhere to go. You can see on the fight, on his face, he's fighting it. He doesn't want to tap, but he very well might have to. He's the enforcer, but obviously he's not going to back down. And now that kick to the skull, that could have been a knockout kick, but no, Cena stays in the matchup. And now Solo needs to hit a big-time maneuver, get something going for himself. Cena hit 2 big maneuvers in his own favor. That being obviously the attitude adjustment and then the STFU. Uh-oh. Solo Sikoa looking to fly. Maybe going to go for that flying crossbody once again. Oh, no, no. Oh my goodness. What a senton. Beautiful maneuver. That probably knocked out Cena. Uh-oh. Solo Sikoa. Spike. The Samoan spike to John Cena. Oh, but there's a rope break. John Cena being saved there for the time being. And now, going to turn him inside out with that belly-to-belly suplex. Will that be enough to put away Cena this time? 2, 3 it is. Massive win for Solo Sikoa. And it gets the bloodline at least a W for the night. As what a back and forth matchup. Cena hit his attitude adjustment into the STF. It still wasn't enough and kind of changed the trajectory of this matchup. Look at that spike. That Samoan spike. And then again hitting him with that belly-to-belly suplex. And Solo Sikoa with a massive win tonight here live on SmackDown. We're going to see how his brothers, the Usos, fare against the Street Profits next, live here on SmackDown. It is time for some SmackDown tag team action here, live on SmackDown. Tonight we get Street Profits taking on the Usos. It's going to be a big-time tag team bout. We've seen the Bloodline. They've gone through some hectic matches tonight. We started off with Cody Rhodes taking on Roman Reigns. Cody Rhodes hit his finisher there, the crossroads on Roman Reigns. Just once, put him away. And then the surprise of us all, The Rock comes out, lays waste to Cody Rhodes, and then even a bigger surprise, the Brock Lesnar, The Rock's opponent for Vengeance Day, comes out here and hits F5s, lays waste to The Rock. Rock is all busted wide open, and The Rock is put through the announce table here at ringside. Thankfully, here at ringside, we're able to put the announce table up. I don't know how many more times this announce table can be destroyed, and I'm very gracious for our crew here at ringside, able to put the announce table back for us here. But nonetheless, it's been a chaotic night. We saw Solo Sikoa, picking up a massive win over John Cena, and that's a big thing for Solo Sikoa. In his young career, he has wins over Brock Lesnar and now John Cena. Yes, Brock Lesnar did defeat Solo Sikoa once again at WrestleMania, but I mean, losing, like I've said before in the previous segment, losing to Brock Lesnar isn't necessarily a bad thing. Putting on a heck of a show, that's all that's all what we love to see, and it was a great match at WrestleMania. Not everyone's going to be undefeated in their career, but now we get to see a big-time tag team matchup. The former SmackDown Tag Team Champions have arrived. The Bloodline, that being Jimmy and Jey Uso. And these guys, man, they are some dangerous men. You got main event Jey Uso on your right, Jimmy Uso on your left. And I cannot wait to see how they're going to fare in this matchup. See if they can continue to change up the momentum of the night for the Bloodline. And for the Usos, with a win here, definitely will help them climb up the rankings. But for them, they won't get another title shot until the Brawling Brutes lose those SmackDown Tag Team Championships. So for the Bloodline, they're not too happy about that. But, they are going to be looking to change up that stipulation that, unfortunately, that they have that was enforced after months and months of the Brawling Brutes and the Usos going back and forth due to the help of The Rock. As it looks like we are ready. Looks like the referee's going to get picked on here by Montez Ford and Jey Uso. Impressive DDT early here. And now look at Montez Ford. And with Montez Ford, man, there's a lot of hype coming around Montez Ford. Not just because he's a phenomenal wrestler, but they see this man as a big time singles competitor, maybe in the coming years. And no disrespect to Angelo Dawkins, but a lot of people are definitely seeing Montez Ford as a future main event superstar. And I prefer them staying as a tag team. I don't want them to ever break up. I'm not saying, every superstar that is going to branch out from a tag team has to turn on each other or, have to leave. Because, we've kind of seen that with Big E. He had a tremendous singles career when Big E was drafted over to Smackdown and the New Day stayed on Raw. Now all the New Day members are back here on Monday Night Raw. So it's just one of those things where, even if you happen to branch out, it's not necessarily a bad thing. And for Big E, he's going to be facing Bray Wyatt, the Universal Champion, at the first ever Clash at the Castle pay-per-view there in Cardiff, Wales. And we know that's going to be a co-branded pay-per-view where Raw and SmackDown are going to be there. We don't know necessarily what SmackDown's matches are going to be looking like, because obviously we got to pay attention to the Vengeance Day pay-per-view coming up here in just 4 weeks' time. Let's look at Montez Ford. Oh, big clubbing blow to the back. It stuns him for the moment. And another DDT. And now here comes a tag. Here comes Jimmy Uso. Let's see if Montez Ford can keep up the assault. But no, Jimmy, these fast strikes went for the Enziguri. Montez Ford was just in kind of groggy to the extent where that Enziguri was able to miss him. And look at Montez Ford, another DDT, and it looks like Jimmy Uso busted open. Yes, a big cut on the forehead there of Jimmy. Look at this, a little bit of a rock bottom there. Little shades of the Rock, what we saw earlier on tonight, laying waste to Cody Rhodes. Very close to be putting away Jimmy Uso. Imagine if that rock bottom maneuver would have been enough to put away Jimmy there. The Rock was busted open. Now you got Jimmy Uso busted open. How many more people are we going to have busted open live here on SmackDown? And now what is Jimmy thinking here? Oh no. He has some dirty thoughts on his mind. Ooh, right into the steel post. That is not going to be feeling good. And now Jimmy Uso going to toss him up in the air. And this is what the Usos need to do. Keep up the momentum right now. Uh-oh, but there is a tag. Here comes the freshest man in this matchup, being Angelo Dawkins, the powerhouse of the Street Profits. And this would be a perfect time for Angelo Dawkins. Quickly do some big-time maneuvers and try to put away Jimmy Uso, because he is busted wide open right now. Doesn't probably know where he's at necessarily. But Angelo Dawkins just going to try and get this crowd right behind him here. And I don't blame him to an extent. But when you have a man that's having some troubles in this matchup, no, he's going to pay for it. A powerbomb to the outside. Angelo Dawkins may be out for a while. Well, I guess maybe not, but maybe that's going to be that adrenaline flowing through him. Angelo trying to do some more damage to the brother of Jey Uso, but that is not going to happen at this very moment as he gets hit with a neck breaker. So, ladies and gentlemen, still to come tonight, we are going to see Elias and Omos go one-on-one. A couple weeks ago here live on SmackDown, we saw Elias pick up a massive win over Omos. Omos is scheduled to be challenging for that European Championship, challenging Damian Priest for that European Championship in just a month's time. But Elias did defeat Omos in that matchup and disrespecting him and even threw him into some steel steps. So we are going to get a rematch of a couple weeks ago as the Usos splash there to Dawkins. Is that it? 2! Ooh, Montez Ford able to break it up just in time. And down goes Montez Ford. And look at the Usos have all the momentum at the moment. If I'm Jimmy, maybe I get a tag to Jey Uso, because you don't know how much Jey has left in him, honestly, with being busted wide open and everything. So besides that matchup later on tonight, we are going to have not just Elias and Omos. We're going to have Finn Balor, one of the members of Judgment Day, taking on Cedric Alexander, member of the Hurt Business, as that feud continues between Judgment Day and the Hurt Business. Also, we got Edge versus Apollo Crews in your main event. The leader of Judgment to take him on. Apollo Crews, your WWE champion, as well as LA Knight takes on Kane, the brother of the Undertaker. As here we go, pinfall attempt from Montez Ford. Is this it? No, strong kick out at 2. And for Montez Ford, oh, looks like he's going to go for the tag. If I was Montez, maybe try to go for that frog splash. Has one of the best frog splashes in all of WWE, honestly. And uh-oh. Dawkins right in front of his brother there, dropping him on his head and neck area. Dawkins all fired up, and rightfully so. This matchup definitely could be for the be a future matchup for the Smackdown Tag Team Championships. You never know, but especially Street Profits need to figure themselves out. It's been a long, grinding road for the Street Profits. Hopefully down the road they'll figure themselves out. The Usos, very established tag team here on SmackDown. One of the best SmackDowns in all of WWE. Going for that drop kick. Jay not going to allow him to do anything. And now spiking Angelo Dawkins right there. But he's too fired up to see that he's going to get hit with a tag. Here comes Montez Ford. And this is a pivotal moment in this match. Look at the height on that bad boys. Wait a minute. Montez Ford. What in the hell is he looking forward here? Oh my goodness. Beautiful neck breaker there. Go for the pinfall. Can he pick up a massive win in the tag team here? No. Keeping himself in this matchup just a little bit longer. As down goes Jimmy Uso. Uh-oh. Montez Ford looking to go to the heavens with a frog splash. Is that it? 1, 2, 3 it is. What a finish to this tag team matchup. These teams went to war, but the Street Profits picking up a massive win over the Usos here on SmackDown. What a wrestling match, man. It was down to Montez Ford and one of the Usos right there, that frog splash right there. And Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, and the Street Profits are going to be partying all night long, as that was a massive win for the Street Profits. Big time win over one of the best tag teams all of professional wrestling. It is time for the Hurt Business to make their way down to the ring. Got Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin looked great last week against the European champion Damian Priest. But now this week, Cedric Alexander will be in action after Benjamin picked up a big win against Priest last week. We're going to see Benjamin in the corner of Alexander, where Alexander will be taking on Finn Balor here tonight. And for Finn Balor, he's already had a interesting night to kick us off here on Monday, or on Friday Night SmackDown, pardon me. Tommaso Ciampa came out here, called out Finn Balor, kind of, I guess you could say taunting him in the first place, called him out, and Ciampa's like, hey, you know what, you're stupid as you look. I'm not going to see it until 4 weeks' time. Good luck, I'll see you then. Finn Balor's like, no, you're not going to just call me out, and we're not going to not fight. Finn Balor would run over the top rope with a beautiful suicide maneuver and was able to take out Ciampa, laying waste to Ciampa. And we're going to see how Finn Balor is going to do in this matchup. I mean, yes, he did some damage to Tommaso Ciampa, but was he injured at all? He didn't take any damage in the terms of what we saw, but you never know, a bad landing, the coup de grace, you just never know. But Damian Priest, your European champion, will be at ringside. Damian Priest defends his European championship against Omos coming up in 4 weeks' time. And obviously for Omos, he wants to focus on picking up wins, but he's kind of dealing with Elias at this time, a little side quest on his way to the main quest. But here we go, Finn Balor versus Cedric Alexander. Bound to be a barn burner of a match for sure. Let's look at this. Finn Balor with an early DDT, spiking Alexander right on his head. Will this be it early on? Ooh. Imagine Finn Balor just DDT, the very first move he does, being able to put away his opponent. How crazy would that be? It's Finn Balor looking to fly here. Nope. And Cedric Alexander's going to make him pay for it. It's one of those things, ladies and gentlemen, you got to think about that not every superstar is going to be able to, easily be put away. But there's other superstars be like, okay, hey, he might be able to be put away. Cedric Alexander, he's former cruiserweight champion. He's held that championship for a very long time before that championship got turned into a different championship, being the European Championship. Let's look at Alexander with a beautiful elbow drop. And now we got ourselves his head scissors from Cedric Alexander. Imagine Finn Balor's, his shoulders seem like it's down, but able to roll through it. I know it looked like more of a submission type of maneuver, but those type of maneuvers, you got to be very, very careful there. Big power slam from Finn Balor, showing you the strength and power. And I cannot wait to see that Intercontinental Championship matchup between Finn Balor and Tommaso Ciampa. Those guys are going to be tearing down the house. The house is going to be already, blown off by a lot of the matches we're going to see. So, it's just one of those things is, which match is going to be the match of the night. There's so many matches on that card. Be like, oh, hey, this matchup could definitely be the match of the night, or this match, or this other match. It's just one of those things where, and if you don't see your favorite superstar in one of these matches, you're like, okay, hey, I don't have to necessarily watch too much of this match. I can go back and watch this other one. So that's what you gotta love about professional wrestling, that, a lot of these superstars you may not get behind, but we have plenty of variety. As Cedric Alexander, after turning Finn Balor inside out, almost enough. And look at Alexander looking at Damian Priest in disbelief. He thought he had Finn Balor. Damian Priest trying to get in his head as Finn Balor picking up a big-time reversal there. I think if Cedric Alexander hits that lumbar check, I think it's game over for Finn Balor. But now Finn Balor's going to have some time to maybe recuperate, as Alexander, high risk, high reward, and he gets that high reward situation as he connected with that elbow. Alexander all happy about the crowd going nuts for Cedric. And it's, like I've said, it's been very, very weird that, the Hurt Business are getting that cheering reaction. But, with what the Judgment Day have been doing, especially adding Edge turning his back on his fans after Edge coming back after, years and years of, being told he can't wrestle, and then they're all behind him, and eventually Edge just one day joining up after WrestleMania with Judgment Day. How crazy is that, man? It just, I'm still in disbelief. And last week, Edge did the unthinkable, and that of taking away Braun Strowman from the Judgment Day. It's a coup de grace there. Is that it, too? No, Alexander able to kick out. And we have not heard from Braun Strowman since. I don't know the severity of Braun Strowman's injuries. Bound to have some broken ribs for sure, but we'll have to see when we'll see Braun Strowman here in a while. Let's look at Finn Balor with a drop kick into the corner. It's Finn Balor trying to decide what he wants to do here. He's in the landing zone. Finn Balor going to go for a coup de grace one more time. No, he's going to go for the frog splash. Why didn't he go for the coup de grace? Had me thinking of something else, as a spinning heel kick to the midsection. Will this be enough? Ooh, strong kick out at one as, look at Benjamin going back to his old roots by introducing a steel chair. I mean, I guess you got to do what you got to do. I don't know if introducing a steel chair is necessarily going to help them out winning this matchup, but, it's a pivotal matchup for the Hurt Business here. Oh, Finn Balor with a massive elbow to the face there as he gets hit with a sling blade, and that steel chair comes into play as that sling blade connected right on that steel chair. And Finn Balor looks like he's going to, after he connected with the sling blade slash drop kick to the side of the skull, that very well could be enough. And it could be help of Shelton Benjamin, the inadvertent help of Shelton Benjamin by introducing that steel chair. And if that ends up costing Alexander this matchup, you're going to hate to see that. As now, Finn Balor, I think maybe he was thinking maybe coup de grace there. Oh, both men getting, I don't know if he got all of that. I think he was trying to turn Finn Balor inside out. It's a glancing blow, but there is a rope break. Cedric Alexander definitely didn't get all of it, but he definitely did get enough to kind of take him out. As a lumbar check there to Finn Balor. Will that be enough? 1, 2, 3. Man, what a match, ladies and gentlemen. Back-to-back weeks with massive wins these last couple weeks here live on Smackdown. And look at Finn Balor. He don't want to show any respect to the Hurt Business. This rivalry continues to brew live here on Smackdown. I have had to scratch and crawl all the way to the top. I remember in 2016, 2017, known as the last kicker here in WWE and really being laughed at for being an Irish woman. And you know what? I didn't stay down to myself. I continued to grind, continued to get better every single week. It took some time. It took years and years of wrestling and owning my craft to eventually get those world championship opportunities. Whether I was on Raw or SmackDown, I earned those opportunities. And especially there on SmackDown here, I've become one of the best. From being the last kicker to being the man here on SmackDown. You guys are probably wondering why I'm talking about this. Well, the main reason I'm talking about this is I see a lot of Liv Morgan in me. She's very scrappy. She's had to start from the bottom, and she's reaching that top level. But the thing is, though, she's not going to reach the top of the mountain because in just 4 weeks' time, I plan on retaining my SmackDown Women's Championship over Liv Morgan. I am not saying anything bad about Liv Morgan. I respect the living crap out of Liv Morgan. But with my reign as SmackDown Women's Champion have been kind of flip-floppy as of these last couple months, losing it, winning it, losing it, winning it. I don't plan on doing that anymore. I plan on keeping my SmackDown Women's Championship around my waist for a very, very long time here on SmackDown. What you just said, Becky, I really do appreciate what you said. And I do actually totally agree with what you said in the terms of there is a little bit of me in you. You worked from the bottom all the way to top, and you've been a huge inspiration on my career here in WWE. But all that respect, anything like that gets thrown out the window at Vengeance Day. And I plan on showing you that this underdog fight for me isn't going to be one of those pity parties. I'm going to show you why I'm one of the best here on SmackDown and continue to show it every single week. I know it's not going to be easy, even being able to try and to defeat you there at Vengeance Day, but I'm going to do my damnedest. And at the end of the night, you're going to be hearing new SmackDown Women's Champion, Liv Morgan. Watch me. Now this is the matchup I'm really intrigued for tonight, besides really the main event. LA Knight is going to be in for a wild ride, and that just because LA Knight is challenging The Undertaker at the Vengeance Day pay-per-view. The Undertaker is giving him a challenge in the terms of, Undertaker is saying he wants LA Knight to prove himself. We saw that a couple weeks ago when LA Knight and The Undertaker had a little confrontation here live on SmackDown. Undertaker wants LA Knight to prove why he is a main eventer here live on SmackDown and prove why he's the next and up-and-coming superstar to be the next top guy here in professional wrestling here on WWE television. And this challenge right now, it's LA Knight versus the brother of The Undertaker, that being the big red machine, Kane. We saw Kane recently at the Royal Rumble. We'll see how Kane is going to be faring in this one-on-one contest. As here comes the brothers of destruction, Kane and The Undertaker. The goosebumps are for real, ladies and gentlemen. The eeriness. Kane, The Undertaker live on SmackDown. And I believe this is the first time in a good while we've seen Kane and Undertaker come out together in this big-time entrance. LA Knight is gonna be in for a heck of a ride. Could it be, no pun intended, his last ride tonight here on SmackDown, or be his last ride at Vengeance Day? Or can somehow, some way, LA Knight continue to prove everybody wrong? That cocky arrogance that is flowing through LA Knight, will he be able to outlast the dead man? And how can you even outlast a dead man? LA Knight very well could do that. But tonight he cannot focus on the Undertaker. Even though Taker will be at ringside, he's got to focus on the big red machine, that being Kane. Because at any minute you could eat a choke slam, a tombstone pile driver. Anything could happen in this matchup. And it is always phenomenal to see these legends come back here, and seeing the Undertaker back, seeing Kane back, man, it just brings back so many memories. Both men look in phenomenal shape here, ladies and gentlemen. Seem like they are ready for a fight. Kane bringing that hell, fire, and brimstone in this matchup. Kane and the Undertaker. I wouldn't mind seeing them going on a tag team run, definitely here on SmackDown. But here we go. LA Knight versus Kane. Can LA Knight build up some momentum? Referee ringing that bell. Here we go. LA Knight and Kane. A pivotal match in the career of LA Knight. A much needed win for LA Knight is needed tonight, especially against a man like Kane. LA Knight takes on the Undertaker in just 4 weeks' time. Undertaker wanted to challenge LA Knight. They're going to prove to see if LA Knight is actually one of the top stars here in WWE, like LA Knight says he is. LA Knight is a self-proclaimed legend killer, and being in a match like against this WWE Hall of Famer known as Kane, it is something that is, it's going to be definitely shown here. So it is sure as hell not going to be easy. As now Kane looking to go high risk. Oh, the big elbow right to the midsection. And Kane going to go for the pinfall here early on. Will it be enough? Oh, so close. So close, but no cigar there. And maybe you can kind of see frustration from Kane just stomping away on the chest there. But look at LA Knight just right there, able to reverse it. And he's gonna taunt the crowd here, but he doesn't realize Kane is back up to his feet, and he's gonna eat that top turnbuckle. That's one of those things when you're facing off with a man like Kane, you gotta make sure he is, at least out of the ring and down and out or something at least, because Kane can get up at any time. He's got that supernatural thing to him where it's not going to be easy to keep him down. He could shut down this arena if he wanted to, pitch black it if he wanted to. Anything is possible. As LA Knight with a big time axe handle right to the face of Kane. And look at this. LA Knight just eating this up right now. Cocky confidence is just coming right to you. And what LA Knight likes to do, he loves to talk the talk. But can he walk the walk in this matchup? Strong kick out there from Kane. As now LA Knight, big clubbing forearm strike. It stuns Kane. LA Knight going to bring Kane back up to his feet though. Uh-oh. Going to go for that torture rack slam. Look at this. Torture rack slam, taking down Kane. Is that all she wrote? Oh, no, he's not going to go for the pinfall just yet. Not sure what he wants to do just like that, but Kane fighting out of it momentarily. Ooh, but a brutal clothesline for it as well. Kane's momentum now after eating that brutal torture rack slam. Uh-oh. Kane maybe signaling the end is near for LA Knight. Going to go for the pinfall instead, though. But a strong kick out at one. If I was Kane, maybe he should have just went for the chokeslam and instead of like signaling it, maybe actually do it, So look at LA Knight, a little bit faster in the exchange out of nowhere. Will that be enough to put away Kane? 2, 3 it is. Kane could not figure out what he wanted to do in the part of that matchup, and he just put away Kane. Big time win for LA Knight here tonight over Kane. LA Knight's going to need all the luck he needs at Vengeance Day. As oh, look at this. Right in front of his brother, The Undertaker, right now. LA Knight beating down Kane. Come on, LA Knight. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Taker's trying to get in the ring. Going after LA Knight, but LA Knight's saying, screw that. Screw that. And LA Knight gonna be cocky. Confidence is just coming off of him. But we're gonna see these guys go to war in just 4 weeks' time, and the dead man signaling the end is near for LA Knight. But the cocky confidence is just brewing as LA Knight just defeats Kane, and the Undertaker stepping up for his brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elias.
Hello, I am Elias. And as the man who holds the power of the wind in his fist, I've got one question for everybody here tonight. Who wants to walk with Elias? Now, I have been all across the world. I've been to Paris, I've been to Italy, all across Europe, South America, South Africa, you name it. Elias has been there, and it has brought me here tonight. And it seems everywhere I go, no matter what I do, a universal truth follows me. And I am certain that everyone here knows it. It is that WWE stands for. I said WWE stands for. Well, I gotta tell you, I certainly came prepared with a song tonight, but before I get started, I need you all to do a few things for me. I need you to silence your cell phones, hold your applause, and shut your mouths. I'm waiting for a town that's not such a disgrace, but I see so many stupid people, I wanna punch them in the face. I'm waiting for a town that's not such a disgrace, but I see so many stupid people, I wanna punch them in the face.
Who doesn't love a good old Elias concert? Elias has been very cocky after picking up that big win over Omos and even attacking him after the matchup. And now tonight, Omos is in action one more time. It looks like Omos may be out here by himself this time. Last time he had MVP with him, but it looks like Omos is going to look to do this all by himself tonight. The Nigerian Giant looking for that redemption. And for him, he's probably not used to being cheered whatsoever. But this man, he's with this hurt business. You got MVP Cedric Alexander, Shelton Benjamin, Omos, and Bobby Lashley looking to become the next great stable here live on Smackdown. We are seeing all sorts of things here on Smackdown. As Omos makes his way into this ring, if I'm Elias, I guess you can't necessarily back down, but Elias couldn't necessarily work this to his advantage because Omos is going to be frustrated. He's going to be pissed off. So if Elias can make that work to his advantage, we might see another win from Elias in this, maybe a little bit of a brewing rivalry, you could kind of say, even though Omos is challenging Damian Priest for the European Championship. The crowd is all behind Elias tonight, which is a typical crowd for you, but Omos being the fan favorite currently in this matchup. But for Omos, he needs to show that he can be over and done with Elias here, and then start focusing on that European Championship. So if Omos can, maybe put away Elias quickly and quietly, then Omos can, like I mentioned, focus on Damian Priest. Let's look at Omos going back and forth here. Just these clubbing blows. He might do it on each side of the ring if he has to. Just trying to cave in the chest there of Elias. Pinfall attempt. Will this be it? Ooh, strong kick out at 1.5. And if Elias wants to win this matchup, he has to continue to kind of game plan exactly what he did a couple weeks ago, but maybe throw in a couple different maneuvers to keep Omos on his feet. Not actually on his feet, but keep him theoretically on his feet. As now, big old submission hold here from Omos. All that weight on the lower back of Elias. Elias might have to tap out. He could easily grab that bottom rope if he needs to, but he's able to power out. Down goes the 7-foot monster. Uh-oh. This is not what you want if you're Elias. Long fall right on that top rope. Nice kick to the skull there from Elias. Elias talking some major trash, but he does not see Omos getting back up to his feet. And again, Omos again. Not playing around. He's going to try to cave in the chest one more time. We've seen this a total of 3 times now. Man, you do not want this Nigerian giant doing that too much to your chest too many times. So again, look at Elias just trying to do some powerful maneuvers, but you know how Omos is. Going for some kind of slam off the top rope, but Elias saw that coming. And now look at Elias. Punches, chops, slaps, whatever he has to do to try to put him down. And right there, dragging him down by his head. Elias now, high risk, high reward situation. Does he necessarily need to go high risk here? Elias, elbow, right to the skull. And yep, this is the time where Elias just starts to feel himself up, and now, of course, he's got to hit him with the air guitar. Ultimate disrespect being shown right now from Elias as a brutal DDT. As this is your co-main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, we still have a big-time main event as Apollo Crews will be taking on the Judgment Day leader Edge in mere moments, but a big-time rope break being called there by the referee. And, I mean, rightfully so, the long legs of Omos touching that bottom rope. Omos now with that collar elbow tie-up, has him up on top. Uh-oh, this ain't good. Some snake eyes right to the dome there of Elias. Oh, look at this big boots from Omos. Oh, no. Look at this. The speed of Omos. Oh, my God. That has to be it. That's one of the most brutal boots I've seen. But Elias, the only reason he's able to kick out is got to be adrenaline for sure, man. And then a big boot to Elias. And now look at that Nigerian giant toying with Elias now. How much more does Elias have left in him after eating that big boot? Uh-oh. DDT. Spiking him on his head there. Almost all fired up now. But the question is, how much more does Elias have left in him? He's eaten a lot of big-time maneuvers in this matchup. And oh my God, he has him up. Oh my goodness. This has to be it. 2, 3. Omos gets revenge. And now Omos can set his eyes on the European Championship in 4 weeks' time. A decisive victory. That's what Omos brings to the table, ladies and gentlemen. He did fall to Elias a couple weeks ago. Elias decimated Omos after the matchup, but this tonight, get ourselves a different ending, and Omos decimates Elias live here on Smackdown. I'm actually looking forward to Omos taking on Damian Priest. Damian Priest, a veteran in this business. Then you got an Omos one of the best up-and-coming superstars we have here in WWE. It is main event time here live on Smackdown. You got the Judgment Day making their way down to the ring. Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley accompany Edge down to the ring. Finn Balor sent a message to Tommaso Ciampa, your Intercontinental Champion. We just saw Omos defeat Elias, now getting his eyes all set on the Judgment Day's European Champion Damian Priest. And now for Edge, he has that big time championship matchup coming up in just 4 weeks' time, where he'll be in a fatal 4-way match. It will turn into a fatal 5-way match when either Roman Reigns or John Cena win that one-on-one contest to open up that big time pay-per-view known to all of you coming up in just 4 weeks' time. As there is Apollo Crews, the new WWE Champion, ladies and gentlemen. At Vengeance Day, that fatal 5-way match is going to be very, very brutal, man. Cody Rhodes being in that matchup too. I mean, he showed Roman Reigns who was boss tonight with that Crossroads. You know, there's just so much that you have to think about. All these superstars jockeying for position. At one time, it was supposed to be a triple threat match. It eventually turned into a fatal 4-way after what Apollo Crews did with his cash-in. And now William Regal is even about to make it a fatal 5-way match, giving Roman Reigns and John Cena the opportunity to be in that matchup. We saw Roman Reigns lose tonight and John Cena lose. And that's a big time win by Solo Sikoa. I am not gonna lie, massive win. But now look at your WWE champion. Will these last couple weeks be the last reign for Apollo Crews, or will he somehow be able to outlast 4 other superstars tonight? Or not tonight, but at the Vengeance Day pay-per-view. Here we go. Apollo Crews versus Edge. Non-title matchup. Here we go. You gotta love the color difference in the terms of their attire, ladies and gentlemen. You got Edge, the purple and black. You got Apollo Crews, the green and white. It's like, you know, football team colors, you know? It's like having TCU versus Oregon with that green and white of Oregon. I guess Oregon's more of a green, maybe a little bit of white if I remember correctly. And then you got TCU colors for Edge. So it's like a college football matchup in the terms of their attire colors. You know, it might be a bit random, but it's always little things that kind of catch the eyes of superstars. Not just superstars, but I guess the fans. It's a big-time frog splash there from Apollo, but just a 1 count. And imagine if Apollo Crews can pick up a win over Edge. This would be a massive, massive thing for Apollo Crews. Edge, WWE Hall of Famer, multi-time former WWE Champion here in the series. And for Apollo Crews, former United States Champion, former SmackDown Tag Team Champion, as well as WWE Champion at the moment. So we're going to have to wait and see how it's going to fare for Apollo here in the near future. For Apollo, obviously, he'd want to hold on to that WWE Championship as long as he can, and doesn't want to be one of those superstars just that barely holds on to it for very long. As now Edge, can he flip him over? He does. Here we go with the sharpshooter. Will Apollo Crews have to tap out here? Middle of the ring, nowhere to go. As can he get out of it? Uh-oh, yes he does. Now a pivotal match, or pivotal time in this matchup, where you could maybe see Crews get back in it, but Edge, oh, nope. A little bit of a stalemate between both men. Obviously, you can study Apollo Crews and definitely study Edge. Edge has been around WWE a lot longer than Apollo Crews. Edge signaling he wants Crews to get back up to his feet. Nope, there's Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff, part of the management team for Apollo Crews. Helping him out at this time is, oh, no, Edge. Edge with a key reversal. Just when you think Eric Bischoff is helping out Apollo Crews cannot finish his maneuver. And that's just how good Edge is in that ring, man. He can deal with taunts. He can deal with all sorts of things. Being the leader of the Judgment Day, distractions, anything he can deal with. He'll cut off the dead weight when he sees it. And he cut off Braun Strowman last week. We have not heard from Braun Strowman. We have not seen Braun Strowman after Edge has done that. Bound to have some broken ribs or bruised ribs for sure. I don't know when the next time we'll see Braun Strowman. We'll be very curious to see when we will see him. As Crude's able to power out of it. Perfect opportunity for Apollo. Show that strength and power here. Release suplex there. And oh, look at this. The strength, the power of Apollo Crews. This is not what Edge wants right now. Man, Apollo Crews showing you that power, that unrelentless power, man. As here we go, another pinfall opportunity, but just a 1 count. Edge stays in it, but for how much longer, though? This is a first-time ever matchup here in WWE history, ladies and gentlemen, here on Smackdown and either of the brands. And obviously, Edge loves to, get in the ring with any of these superstars. Definitely to just have at least one match against them, if not more, because, you don't know how many more years Edge has left in him. Obviously, you might think he might be here for a lot longer, but you never know. Injuries and all sorts of things are very unexpected. So look at the standing moonsault, vintage Apollo Crews there, ladies and gentlemen. But look at Crews. He's staying right on it. He is not backing down. He knows he has to do plenty more damage. Let's look at the submission hold working on the lower back of Edge here. This is not looking good here for Edge. Oh, as soon as I say that, Edge is able to get out of it. Jumping forearm strike. Just like that, Edge back into this matchup. Will this be it? No. Able to kick out. Both of these men putting on a show for you in the main event of the evening. Now Apollo Crews, Olympic slam there to Edge. Will that be enough? 2, 3 it is. Apollo Crews and Edge tear down the main event by your WWE champion, showing you why he is your WWE champion. Went back and forth there for the longest time. It seemed like maybe Edge might be able to pull it out, but Apollo Crews, that Olympic slam there to Edge. And again, love to see it every time. As Apollo Crews, showing you why, like I mentioned, he's your man. But will he be able to walk out with his WWE Championship at Vengeance Day? Going to be a fatal 5-way match. I cannot wait to see how it comes out. Looks like the Judgment Day just left. They left with the crowd, and wait a minute. That's Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley. As it continues, the brewing rivalry between the Judgment Day and the Hurt Business. Look at him just eating, taunting right there in the face. As now Bobby Lashley, the knocking blow there of Edge, and now just a big boot. The big boot right there. Oh no. Bobby Lashley. Spear! Turning him inside out. Edge may be challenging for the WWE Championship in just weeks' time, but he may have to focus on something weeks before. And that man is the leader of the Hurt Business, and his name is Bobby Lashley.